one last injury update on some of the guys.
Josh Allen did well in practice yesterday, so he should, with another good day today, no setback, should be okay. Foley the same way. We'll see where he's at, today. Get him moving around. Zay's probably still more day to day. We just gotta see where he's at, obviously. But I don't want to risk anything further with him, right now at this point. But we'll see where he's at. He's been working hard this week. Who else?
Still.
Antonio?
Yeah, still not.
Yeah, not ready yet.
Sheriff and Fortner back. Right?
Yeah, they're good.
And
Yeah.
Dewey?
Fine. Yeah, Dewey's good.
Doug, last year against the Texans, Trayvon had that personal foul. I'm just wondering now, just almost a year later, how much has he grown off the field, on the field, just his maturity?
The fact that you brought it up, I was totally out of my mind, and I'm sure it was out of his mind too, until today. Thank you. Listen, you learn from mistakes, fouls, things of that nature. I don't think he thinks twice about it, honestly. But you don't want to see it again, in any ball game. But definitely a learning lesson for him.
More so his growth, though. I mean, these guys come in as young players, rookies. They might not know every little in and out of the game. How much has he grown in that aspect of being a veteran, if you know what I mean?
Roughing the passer penalties, they don't know about those. I know what you're getting at, but yeah, I mean, I think they, again, as players mature in this league and as they grow up in this league, they understand situations, right? And in the situational aspect of the game, they know that. Listen, if I remember correctly, it was a 3rd and long, right? Really long situation, and you just got to understand that and know that the chances of them getting the first down, right, are probably slim. Them punting the football to us is probably greater. So as a defensive or even as an offensive player, you just can't make those mistakes, right? You just can't take things into your own hands and try to make a play that way, because it was obviously kept them on the field, in situations like that. Just something you learn from.
How much flexibility do you have with your tight end room, Evan Ingram, Luke Farrell, and Brenton Strange? How much flexibility do they give you on offense?
Well, they give us a lot, because we can move those guys around, put them in different roles. Still playing the tight end position, but just different letters, positions on the field formationally and stuff like that. Brenton is still learning the offense. We're cautious with him just a little bit, but still being able to move him around, give him a little bit more each week, and then you just trust. You trust Luke and Evan, just 2 veteran guys that have played, and it does give you some versatility, which is good for our offense.
And how much advanced work have you done in terms of the, mechanics of the whole London stuff? I mean, you guys all set. When did y'all start working on some of that stuff?
Yeah, our guys, Hamza and the guys. I mean, we have a whole London team that started back in the off season, really, or our first London meetings, so just kind of kidding around with him yesterday, about the trip coming up. I mean, they're all set. They're just waiting on Thursday when we can go over.
So you have the schedule all set months ago?
Yeah, it's been
schedule,
everything's done. Everything's done. It's one of those trips you just can't wait to the last minute to try to finalize things. You have to really plan, and we have a good team of people that have kind of behind the scenes, that prep for that trip and then make sure that logistically all the gear and equipment, because that stuff has to be sent over months in advance, right? You just can't. It's got to clear customs and go through all those different things. So, guys have done a great job of preparing, ahead of the travel.
What's Cam Robinson's? What's he been able to do this week, and what's his attitude been, in your opinion?
Attitude's been great. He's excited to get back in the building, which he's allowed to do. He can be around the team. He can be in meetings. He just can't practice. Just can't be out on the practice field. So or at walkthroughs, things of that nature. But be in meetings, be around the guys, which is good for him, and it's great to see him back.
Do you take him next week when you go, or do you have to wait a week?
No, we've got permission from the league to take him because I think his window would be the Buffalo, the next week.
Does just to piggyback off that, does that work the same way with a guy like Devon Hamilton if he were to come off, or do you know where that's at?
Devon's getting closer, to getting back out on the field. He's been lifting and working out and conditioning and all of that. Still has his line in right now. So hopefully the next week or two that comes out. But as far as the London trip, probably not going to take him. I just want to keep him here so there's no setbacks. We're in a different part of the world, obviously, and want to keep things pretty consistent around him right now because he's on a good track. For getting back soon.
What sort of challenges can the Texans offense provide?
Well, we know they got a really good run game, a couple running backs that can get after you. Obviously, the quarterback is athletic and he throws the ball well. And just they've got pieces there that have surrounded that quarterback. And I think it's how they use their quarterback. By not giving him a ton right now, but at the same time letting him use his athleticism, his ability to make plays outside of the pocket, throw within the pocket, what you see too is the fact that there's still going to be a mistake or two made here and there, but they've sort of minimized some of those, and they're not turning the ball over. And you look at the Baltimore game; it was a 7-6 game at halftime. Anything to go in the second half, and it's just you got to stay extremely disciplined. That's why I keep talking about the things that we do and how we approach it. Both sides of the ball, just staying locked into the game plan and just doing your job.
Did you have any overlap with Ryans when he was a player up in Philly? Maybe 1 year?
One, possibly. It was a long time ago, but yeah, I think so.
I think 2012.
12. I was gone by then. 2012. Where was I in 2012? That was my last year in Philly before we went to Kansas. And his first year there. Yeah.
Do you remember anything about him as a player?
Oh, I didn't play then.
No. Well, you were.
I was coaching. Yeah, I was coaching. He was a player. Yeah, he was. Wow. D'Amico. He definitely a leader. Definitely. A lot of energy, and you see it with his team, right? You see it now with his team. You see that leadership. You see that energy. Those are all things that he was as a player. Tough guy, smart, athletic, and just a great linebacker.
Doug, has practice been where you wanted it to be this week, given last week?
Yeah. It's been a lot better. Guys have had a couple good days here, and we're still obviously working through, I think the dynamics of everything, but it's been a good week.
Everybody good? All right. Let's